Hey friends, my name is Dave. I teach people how to play the sax, and I want to respond to one of you who wrote in asking about harmonic overtones, how they work, what they do for your sound, and why you should care. All great questions. A harmonic overtone series will really help you with your tone development as a saxophone player. There's science behind the harmonic overtones, and I would prefer that you look it up rather than take my amateur description. But I'm just going to kind of give you the simplest overview as I understand it. There's a fundamental tone at the very bottom. There's a stack of tones that make up a sound, right? If you were to say bang on a bell, you would hear a lot of different tones coming out as the sound decays. A little, maybe the same thing with an acoustic piano. Bang on one of the key, hold the sustain pedal down, bang on the key, and listen as the tone decays, and you'll start to hear different tones. Well, those are the harmonic overtones. They all overlay to make one sound, and that one sound is, again, the fundamental. When we do the harmonic overtone series on the saxophone, we start down there at the low B flat, right? The low B flat is kind of one of those notes that wants to break out anyway, right? Those of you who are having trouble making your low B flat know that, it can be kind of a squeaker, okay? So one of the things about low B flat that's beautiful is that all of the tone holes are closed. Everything, all the clams are closed on this baby. So I'd like you to all, if you would, join me in making the low B flat as best you can right now. And it's important that you can make this note. All right, that's the fundamental. The low B flat is the fundamental in this particular overtone series. And now what I'm going to ask you to do is just ever so slightly change air direction and overblow enough so that while you're fingering low B flat, not touching your octave key, but you will play the octave. That is the first partial overtone. B flat, octave up from the low B flat. Here's the low B flat. All right, middle B flat, the first partial. Just toggle back and forth between those two notes, okay? All of this, by the way, the resource material that would really help you greatly is from a book called Top Tones for the Saxophone by Sigurd Rascher. I've never heard that name pronounced. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Sigurd Rascher, Top Tones for the Saxophone. And this exercise works on all of them. All right, soprano, bari, tenor, you name it. Next, the next partial is F. Yeah, I know you're right now. You're sitting there in absolute wonder, going, "Wait a minute! I can finger a low B flat, but play an F." Oh yeah, I'm here to show you. It's not as hard as it sounds. I'm fingering low B flat, not even going anywhere near the octave key. Don't you dare cheat. And you just, once again, speed up the air a little bit, right? And just ever so slightly change the airflow into the mouthpiece, which I know sounds kind of weird, but that's how it's done. All right, that's your exercise. If you can get to that and be able to do that, do it every day for how about a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all right? Low B flat, and then while you're fingering low B flat, overblow it so that middle B flat pops out, and then overblow that middle B flat so that the F pops out, okay? Now, there are plenty more exercises that you can do, but that will sustain you and get you on the road to being able to play the harmonic overtone series. And by the way, you can go all the way up the tree to notes that only dogs can hear while fingering that low B flat. We're not going to do that today, all right? We're going to try to, in fact, just be as musical as possible. So as we get into this exercise, low B flat, middle B flat, F on the low B flat fingering, You're going to learn about your breath control and your embouchure. And I know that if you can do those, if you can make those three notes pop out the way that I just did and control them and make them sound kind of pretty at the same time, that you have your embouchure and your air support are flawless, okay? All right, that's the, and then while I stutter around here and stammer, the top tones, the book is essentially about, top tones for the saxophone is essentially about reaching the altissimo range. Is that a word that you're not familiar with? Altissimo means notes that are above the normal range of the saxophone. My saxophone stops, it's a 1946 6M, stops at high F. You may have a more modern saxophone that goes up to high F sharp. You likely do. At any rate, anything above like high F. My first altissimo tone on this saxophone would be the high F sharp 3. Okay, and I'm not going to do that because it'll bust your windows out. But anyway, that's the fundamental work that we're doing here. First of all, fixes your tone. It takes you to the head of the line of tone development. Okay, and then it also teaches you that air support and you're basically, the direction of the air that you're flowing into the mouthpiece, I'm flowing air, is so much more important. It trumps note where you're putting your fingers, okay? And your altissimo note fingerings don't resemble anything that your basic normal fingering resembles. So there you go. If you have any questions, I'm going to stick my email address in the comments below. If this helps, the people at YouTube asked me to ask you to hit the subscribe button or hit that love button. I hope this works out for you. Have a great time with your saxophones. Play a lot. Be good to each other. Do good work. And I'll see you again next time. That's all I got. Take care.